That was Lay It All On Me by Rudimental featuring Ed Sheeran. It is currently 11:04 and you're listening on JAMM Radio. So, hiya there, I'm Oscar Buller and welcome back to the Anime Mythical show. And on the show I'm going to be talking about anime with different segments. First we have Anime Corner, where we start off with this week's anime news with different segments. Then we move on to ideal genres, where I talk about two different animes with different genres each. And what I will mean by that is that every week I will choose two genres and pick an anime that suits the criteria. And then I'll talk about it and give my opinions on it. Next up will be Anime Go, where I talk about the different animes you should look out for that are coming out. And finally, to top it off, we have Digi's Reviews, where I shall tell you guys what I've been watching this week and why I either like it or not. So, before we move on to Anime Corner, we've got Now You're Gone by Bass Hunter. That was Now You're Gone by Bass Hunter. It's currently 11:08 and you're listening on JAMM Radio. So, welcome to Anime Corner, and here, like I said before, I'm going to talk about this week's news. So, we're going to start off with Monday. The Japan Academy Prize Association for Excellence in Film announced the nominees for the 40th Annual Awards on Monday. The 5 movies that have been nominated for the animation of the year are Your Name, A Silent Voice, In This Corner of the World, Rudolph the EP.2, sorry for that, and One Piece Film Gold. On Tuesday, Sentai Filmworks announced on Tuesday that it has licensed Polygon Pictures Ajin's Demi-Human anime for home video and video on demand. The copy will release the series on Blu-ray disc and DVD with special content and extras. Now, just before I move on to Wednesday, just want to say that there are some hard to pronounce Japanese names for the series, so excuse if I'm bad at it. So, Wednesday, we have Nobita Doraemon and his friends are heading to Antarctica for their latest adventure in Aiga Doraemon Nobita no Nankyoku Kachikochi Dai Boken, which is the Doraemon the Movie 2017 Great Adventure in the Antarctic Kachikochi. To celebrate the film, Nobita and Doraemon actually went to visit the penguins in the extreme cold 14,000 kilometers away from Japan. Thursday, Anime Limited has announced that it will release Persona 3, the movie, #1 Spring of Birth on February 13th, as both a Blu-ray/DVD collections edition pictured and a standard DVD. It is a sub only, no doubles created, as are the other Persona 3 films. And as it is Friday today, and I don't know what the news will be for Saturday and Sunday, I can't exactly tell you, but if you do want to know, you can visit the website Anime News Network, which is where I get my information from, and here I'm just sort of, giving the news through radio. So go check it out if you want to find out what Friday, Saturday and Sunday news on anime is. But next up we'll have ideal genres, but first of all it's That Power by will.i.am featuring Justin Bieber. That was False Alarm by Motama and Becky Hill. It is currently 11:18. You're listening on JAMM Radio. So, now, welcome to Ideal Genres. Now here, as I've said before, we're going to be talking about two different genres, and, I'm going to show you this anime and see if I can get you guys to like it. So, we're going to start off with comedy, and the one I picked for comedy today is Nichijou. And on the website, on my anime list, it has a score rating of 8.51 out of 10, is ranked 98th, and has a popularity ranking of 141. Now, here's the synopsis. Nichijou primarily focuses on the daily antics of a trio of childhood friends, high school girls Mio Nagan Ohara, Yuko Aoi, and Mai Mina Kami. I think I said that right. Whose stories soon intertwine with the young genius Hakase Shin Omen, God, I need to learn Japanese, her robot caretaker Nano, and their talking cat Sakamoto. With every passing day, the lives of these six, as well as of the many people around them, experience both the calms of normal life and the insanity of the absurd. walking to school, being bitten by a talking crow, spending time with friends, and watching the principal suplex a deer. They are all in a day's work with the extraordinary everyday lives of those in Nichijou. Now, I haven't watched this yet, but I do plan to sometime. It's an anime that doesn't really have much of a story, but it's just ridiculousness everywhere. And to be honest, I would say I would recommend it. I would recommend watching this if you want to cheer up or have a good laugh, because I know for a fact this will give you a good laugh, because my brother watched it and he loved it. He absolutely loved it, and I think I will watch it too. The other genres in this is slice of life and school, obviously. But next up, we'll come back to with sci-fi. But first of all, it's Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. That was Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. It is currently 27 past 11, and you're listening on JAMM Radio. So, next part of idol genres, and we're moving on to sci-fi. So, let's go. And the first one, the one I've chosen for today on sci-fi is an anime called Guilty Crown. And on my anime list, it has a score rating of 7.81 out of 10. It's ranked 840 and has a popularity rating of 39. So let's go on to the synopsis so I can explain to you guys what this is. Japan 2039, 10 years after the outbreak of the apocalyptic virus, an event solemnly regarded as Lost Christmas, the once proud nation has fallen under the rule of the GHQ, an independent military force dedicated to restoring order. Funeral Parlor, a guerrilla group led by the infamous Guy Tsugami, act as freedom fighters, offering the only resistance to GHQ's cruel despotism. That's a new word. Inori Yuzuriya, oh god, a key member of Funeral Parlor, runs into the weak and unsociable Shu Oma during a crucial operation which results in obtaining the power of kings, an ability which allows the wielder to draw out the manifestations of an individual's personalities, or voids, as it's known. Now, an unwilling participant, I can't say the word. In the struggle against GHQ, Shu must learn to control his newfound power if he is to help take back Japan once and for all. Guilty Crown follows the action-packed story of a young high school student who is dragged into a war, possessing an ability that will help him uncover the secrets of the GHQ, Funeral Parlor, and Lost Christmas. And however, he will soon learn that the truth comes at a far greater price than he could have ever imagined. Now, I apologize for my little stuttering there, but yeah, this anime also includes action, drama, and superpower. And the reason why I'm telling you guys and suggesting you guys should watch it is because you can see the very big development in this character, and that's why I love it. I love character development in anime, and you guys should watch this, or you should watch this, because I would really recommend it, because it goes deep into the stories of these characters, and you go through these situations with him, and you know, all around it's just badass. But yeah. Just quickly before I go on to Anime Go, which is the next segment, I just wanted to say if you want to know more about these animes that I've suggested, just head over to the website My Anime List and search it up, and then you can read about all the characters and give you more of a feel onto whether you want to watch it or not. But before I move on to Anime Go, let's talk about... Wow. And before we move on to Anime Go, it's now Shout Out to My Ex by Little Mix. That was Shout Out to My Ex by Little Mix. It is currently 34 past 11, and you're listening on JAMM Radio. So, welcome to Anime Go. This segment, I'm going to be talking about what recent animes have come out, like the episodes, or the ones that are going to be coming out in the future. But let's start off. So we've had an another episode of Sosei no Omyoji, episode 40, which came out, and I've watched it, and I'm loving it, because, oh, it's just so good. Except the ending, I'm not obviously going to spoil it, but it's so annoying. If you watch it, you would understand the pain. It's right at the ending, and something happens that's so close to happening, and then obviously, because it's anime, it gets interrupted, and you just rage. You want to flip the table. Next, we've got another hilarious episode of Konosobarashi Sekai ni Shukufuku wa 2. Wow, I said that right. I watched that as well, and it's just really good. I watched the first season, and it's hilarious, really ridiculous. it's if you watch it, it's just for a barrel of laughs. And lastly, we've got one that's going to be coming out in the future. It's called Yoketsugeru Ru no Uta. And I've seen a picture of it. They haven't released pretty much no information about it, but just a name and some pictures. It's like the pictures of a surprised boy with this green-haired girl and this weird test tube looking thing smiling at the guy. I have no clue. It looks really weird, but I don't know. If you think you like that, then look forward to that. You can look it up. It's Yoketsugeru Ru no Uta. And that's pretty much it for Anime Go, I would say. And the thing will be coming after this will be Digi's Review, which is where I'll talk about the anime I've been watching sort of like this week. And so I can tell you guys what I think of it and whether or not you guys should watch it. So similar to Ideal Genres, except this is more of a personal review that I'll give to you guys. But yeah, before we move on to that, it's They Don't Really Care About Us by Michael Jackson. That was Mr. Brightside by The Killers. It's currently 15 minutes to 12 and you're listening on JAMM Radio. So this is the final segment before the ending, but it's now Digi's Reviews. So like I said in the last part, I said that this is a review of what I've been watching recently this week, and I'm going to now tell you guys what I think of it. But the anime I was watching is called Tengen Toppa Guren Lagann, and I'm loving it. I thought I would never watch it after reading about it, but then I started watching because it's like you can't judge a book by its cover, like the saying is. So I checked it out, and to be honest, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. But here's the synopsis so you guys understand what it is. So we have Simon, and that's how they pronounce it in the anime, Simon. I don't know why it's not just Simon, but yeah, there you go. Simon and Kamina were born and raised in a deep underground village hidden from the fabled surface. Kamina is a free-spirited loose cannon bent on making a name for himself, while Simon is a timid young boy with no real aspirations. One day, while excavating the earth, Simon stumbles upon a mysterious object that turns out to be the ignition key to an ancient artifact of war, which a duo dubs Lagann. Using their new weapon, Simon and Kamina fend off a surprise attack from the surface with the help of Yoko Littner, a hot-headed redhead wielding a massive gun who wanders the world above. In the aftermath of the battle, the sky is now in a plain view, prompting Simon and Kamina to set off on a journey alongside Yoko to explore the wastelands of the surface. Soon, they join the fight against the Beastmen, humanoid creatures that terrorize the remnants of humanity in powerful robots called gunmen. Although they face some challenges and setbacks, the trio bravely fights these new enemies alongside other survivors to reclaim the surface while slowly unraveling a galaxy-sized mystery. So, as you see from there, it is a mecha sort of anime. If you don't know what mecha is, it's basically you just if you know what the film Pacific Rim is, then you'll understand what this is. Basically, mecha is just when a character goes into a big robot and fights. So it's a bit like Power Rangers, you could say, but it's not obviously not the same. Just the same sort of concept of people going into robots. Other genres are action, adventure, comedy, like I said, mecha, and sci-fi. And I would say right now it's going great. Except there was one episode where a company had to take over for one day. Well, not one day obviously, but to take over for one episode. And the art style was honestly awful, but I managed to sit through it and watch it because I knew it would get better, as the people said online, and I did. And now I'm carrying watching it, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So yeah, I definitely recommend you guys watching it. If you do want to know more about it, just head over to my anime list, like I said before, so you can research more into it, look at the characters. Make sure not to click the spoiler button, because there is a spoiler button in the description. Sometimes I do that for no reason. I don't know why. I spoil it for myself, and it's quite annoying. But yeah, you can read about the characters, you can read about the actors who play them, and you can also find recommendations on that tab, so you can find more like it. So my anime list is a very good website if you want to watch anime, like finding anime. So I definitely recommend doing that. but we're gonna have to come to an end very soon. But before that, it's now Fighter by Christina Aguilera. That was Fighter by Christina Aguilera. It's currently 7 minutes to 12 and you're listening on JAMM Radio. It's been fun, but it's time to end, sadly. So this is the end of the show Anime Mythical for today. But we'll be here next week. It's me. I'll be here next week to give you guys the top anime news and some anime weekly goodness. Also, if you've just tuned in and you missed my show, or you'd like to show your friends my show, if you'd like, I mean, it's not like I want you to do that or anything, you can check out my channel, which is Digital Ace Oscar, and I'll be doing the radio show, but basically I'm recording this live, so I'm waving to camera right now, hello, and that will be put onto the channel, and if you want to rewatch it or you missed it, you can watch it there. And yeah, but I know I was a bit fast. I'm being fast right now. I started quite a bit, but you know, I'll get over it, and we'll have some fun, shall we, next week? But that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed listening to the anime news, my anime reviews. Oh, did that even rhyme? I don't know. I'm being silly now. But I'll see you next week on Friday at 11 o'clock. But now it's Moves Like Jagger by Maroon 5 featuring Christina Aguilera again. See ya!